Hi, and welcome to another episode of Van Wilder and Dusty's Adventures. Alright, welcome everyone. Welcome back to another little episode. Hopefully this can be helpful to someone. So today I'm going to install a set of airbags to Dusty. Now, the only reason I want to put the airbags in is when we're towing the van, the suspension drops about 30 mil. I just measured it, put the van on, measured it before, measured it after, put the van on, drops 30 mil, which I always knew it dropped something, but I weren't sure exactly how much. But so I just confirmed it, measured it, 30 mil, which brings the nose up a bit, and then we get a little bit of the sways. So I figured, and after speaking to quite a few different suspension companies and everything, spoke to some of the best suspension companies in the country, ones that look after all the V8 supercars, and they've advised me a set of Polyair load assist bags. So I'm going to bang them in. Now it looks pretty simple. I've never done a set, but it'll be pretty simple. I'm a panel beater by trade. I was for 20 something plus years, so it won't be too hard, but I'll it's not going to be a super detailed video, but I'm just going to do a little video for you and just show you the before and after sort of thing. I should have probably just took a photo when the van was hooked up, but I didn't. But trust me on this one, it drops 30 mil, so I just want to keep it level when we're towing. We're well within our weights before everyone bloody jumps on board and says, oh, you're too heavy, blah blah blah. I've had it weighed professionally. We've got tons and tons of, I've got like 700 kilos under my GVM. So yeah, before anyone jumps on board carrying on like pork chops, we're 700 kilos underweight. I just want to level it out. It's just a personal thing. I probably could keep it as it is, but let's bang these set of Polyair bags in, and yeah, I'll do a few little short videos when we're under the car and stuff and show you what's what. So they're Polyair bags. They cost me $1,000, so that was including I had to buy a little cutter because they tell me that the air tube's got to be cut perfectly square, so that's what this little gadget's for. So that was an extra $20, and a little bracket here which was an extra $20, and $960 for the bags. So I was pretty happy with that, and let's get them in and see how she is after this. Stay tuned. Okay, so what I've done here is just assembled the bags. So top bracket, so there's a bracket that comes off the chassis on the Dmax, which I'll show you. So you bolt this plate on, and then this top bracket on, and then there you go. You don't do that. That one goes on in a minute. That gets bolted on, and then you bolt the valve in. Okay, screw that in, hand tight, and then just a turn and a half, just with the 12mm spanner, and then that's it. Okay, so I've jacked Dusty up just a little bit. As you see, don't even need to get the wheel off the ground. I've pulled out the bump stop already, so undo the shackle bolts under here. Undo the shackle bolts, so there's just nuts, I should say. The U-bolts, undo them, push them up, pull your bump stop out. Right, now that bracket that's back up there, I will show you. Excuse all the mess in my garage. Alright, so now these go in and replace your bump stops. Okay, they go in and replace your bump stop. Then your bag goes in with that bracket that I dropped on the floor, and they bolt through here. Okay, with these 4 bolts supplied, 2 for each side. And then all you have to do is run your airline, all supplied, and a bracket. So I'll bang these bump stop brackets back in and then bolt them in and get one side in so I can show you. Okay, stay tuned. Alright, so I end up caving in, taking that thing bloody keeps falling off. Yeah, I end up caving in, taking the wheel off because it will be easier than laying underneath. So now, as you can see, bump stop's off. So the old bump stop that used to be there, that's off. U-bolt's all done up tight again. This bracket's here. Now, as I said before, these are left and right, so I've got them brackets the right way around. Now this guy just goes on here like so. Now, that is going to go in there like so, but we've got the supplied bolts here. Now, let's oh, where did my washer go? Oh, my washer dropped off somewhere. There it is. Now I've just got to get those in under there, which that could be a little bit of fun. But yeah, we'll get them in, and then that just, like I said before, there's brackets there. They are already on the chassis, bolts up to there, and then that's it, and then we'll run an airline. But we'll button off because this could be a pain in the ass. Alright, so airbag is in, as you can see. Now, I've got the airbag in, so you just got to jack the clip up a little bit so you can get these top nuts on the bracket. But then I was going to put the wheel back on, let it down, but you've got to run the airline, which you can see there. So I had to go to the back of the car and fit a little bracket that I brought for the valves, because you sort of got to work your way backwards as such, because if not, you want to cut the hose at the right length, because it comes and it's quite long, and if I just cut it, I wouldn't know what length to cut it at. So it was easier to fit off at this end and then cut it, and it just plugs into here. So now that's the left hand side done. So now I just got to replicate everything. I've cable tied it up there, but I'm thinking I might get some split tube and just run some split tube over it. It's sturdy anyway, but like, it's a sturdy hose. It's not shitty hose, it's good hose. But I'll just put some split tube over it anyway. Alright, now I just got to replicate everything on the other side and we're done. Pump them up. Alright, so I've just completed both sides. So the right hand side went in like, I reckon it took me 15 minutes, because once you do one side, the other side's like 10 times easier. Nice and quick. Alright, as you can, I don't know how well you can see there, bags are in. Alright, so now it says in the manual to inflate to 60 psi, and then we'll check for leaks. So somewhere here it says yeah, inflate the air springs to 60 psi, test for air leaks with a soapy solution. So we'll do that now. I'll pump them up, got a little compressor. Now they don't take much, so I'll bang a bit of air in, test them, and then we'll drop it down. Alright, so they've got, oh geez, so they've got 60 psi in them. We're just going to give them a bit of soapy water here. I can't see anything leaking there. There's no air bubbles anywhere. So with these Polyair ones, there's only two spots they can really leak. It's at the air fitting. At this this joint here. The other end, that's actually a factory end, so I wouldn't expect that to leak. Because the hose is all done. And that's, I don't know how well you can see that on the camera, but there's no leak there. That's really the only place they can leak. And that looks pretty bloody good to me. So I'm gonna let the pressure back out. I'm gonna let the pressure back out now, drop it down all on the ground. Alright, so yesterday I finished putting the airbags in. Couldn't be bothered doing any tests. So today come home and hooked everything up. So as you can see, all hooked up, sits on the van, sits on Dusty quite nice now. I think Dusty sitting nice and level again. So I done measurements when I started from the bottom of the wheel to the wheel arch, and now I've got that measurement back. It's 770 or 780 or something like that. I think it was 770 when it was in the garage, so, and I think it was 780 when I put it on the driveway here when it was slightly on the angle. But now I've got 20 psi or 21 psi in the bags, and Dusty's sitting good, and I think me drawbar is, I'm told the ride height is 450 and I'm at 420, so I'm happy with that. But we'll see how it tows tomorrow, because we're heading off to, no, I'm going to keep that a secret. You'll have to wait. You'll have to watch next. When is the episode? I don't know when the episode will come out, but you'll have to wait and watch that. So, and then I'll let you know what it tows like.